could never do it, bro.
If I really wanted to.
I could never do it.
If somebody offered me like an appetizer, I could chew on the other side and still keep the dip in.
You're brave.
I can't get the full effect, but if it's something that I like, I'll manage.
The first dip I ever took was after soccer practice at Como. And I'm sitting outside his freshman year waiting on my mom to come get me. Well, my buddy opens up a can of Skull Apple.
That's the best one.
I put it in the chaw. 5 minutes later, dude, buzzing off my ass. Take it out. Cuss. Get into the car. Start fucking spinning. My mom goes, "Oh, we have to go down Johnston to go to the car dealership and get something." I'm like, "Oh my God."
I ain't gonna make it home.
I'm like, "Mom, I have to get something in my stomach. Like, I have to." She goes, "All right, we'll stop at Chick-fil-A." That is the only reason Chick-fil-A, if there's any other compliment, I'm going to send them an invoice. They're getting good publicity here. If there's any other way to compliment Chick-fil-A that you haven't already, it stopped me from throwing up on my first dip.
Dude, that's weird. I didn't get that effect. Like the nausea and all that shit.
Really?
The only time that I've ever thrown up was from chew. It was when I still had braces. And you know how when you get braces, they put that little, like, bracket on the molar?
Yep.
Well, a piece of chew got stuck on it. And I was trying to get it out with my tongue. And I ended up gagging myself. And, yeah.
Oh, no, dude.
You started the camera, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I didn't see you started.
This man's precise. Welcome back to Unwoken. I am here with my good friend and the number 40 overall MLB Draft pick in the 2014 Major League Baseball Draft. The stud of studs. Still got a little ways to climb before you get to me. But anyway, hey, the stud. Well, how do you give you a nickname here? The Youngsville Bomber, Mr. Chase Vallot.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Veterans Day.
That's right.
Got to get that started first.
Yep, that's right. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that have made it possible for us to sit down right here and do this. It's beautiful.
It's a great feeling.
You know what I was watching the other day? Whenever Sammy Sosa...
I already know. Goosebumps.
Whenever he ran around with that flag.
After 9/11?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then George Bush threw that perfect pitch. Man, you know, that's one thing. Baseball, I saw a sign. We're going to dive into that later. But I saw a sign on First Take that they put at Fenway that said, "Baseball is as racist as America." And I'm sitting there looking at people. Really? Baseball is, like, the Major League Baseball is one of the last leagues who got it right in terms of standing for the national anthem. And ironically, the NBA, the most progressive league there is until they started kneeling, they have something in their contract that says they have to stand for the national anthem.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yes, the NBA.
Damn.
The NFL didn't.
The Cowboys did.
Oh yeah, Jerry. It's at the owner's discretion at that point. But anyway, let's talk some baseball here because a lot of people gave me shit the other day, which I can care less anyway because fuck that Astros still. All right, as a Major League Baseball player, I'm gonna quote who I believe is the greatest baseball player of all time, Mike Trout.
All time?
All time. The way I look at it, you go into the league at 21. Even whenever you're hurt, you're finishing in the top 5 of MVP votes. The man, I've never seen anything like him. And let's talk, I mean, the athletes nowadays, all right, you can say what you want about football. I can talk about football all day and basketball in terms of the level of physicality. Hell, targeting wise, if they called targeting whenever I was playing, son, I'm ejected from every single game. I mean, look, that's the reality of it. But I look, and I understand it. I understand what they're trying to do with the head trauma and everything, because it's scary once you start seeing and learning about CTE. As somebody who's played football the majority of their life, you see all these things and you're like, damn. Like, somebody asked me, would I let my kids play football? Not until they're in high school.
I'd say 7th and 8th grade.
Well, I'd say after the age of 13, I'd let them play contact, because that's whenever your brain's set. But tackle at 5 or 6 years old, knowing what I know now, experiencing what I experienced, no.
And the kids are only getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. Athletes evolve. Technology gets a lot more improved. Training gets upped. I don't want to say PEDs. It's like, you have so many different ways to evolve as an athlete nowadays, to where we can talk about the NBA and say the level of physicality isn't there, which is not. You can have bad breath and get a foul call.
Yeah. You can blow in somebody's ear and get a foul.
Yeah, get a foul call. But back then, it's just that they're so big and fast now. Like Shaq, there's no position for Shaq in today's NBA.
He wouldn't have been able to make it.
There's no position.
Dennis Rodman.
Rodman could have made it, because Rodman was a power forward.
Yeah, but his aggressiveness, and he'd have fouled out by halftime.
Well, I think all of them back then were.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do I believe that you can plug in today's NBA players and go play in the 90s, the big boy era?
Shot.
The only person that might be able to do that is Kawhi and LeBron would get hacked.
Yeah.
LeBron's not beating Michael in a game of one-on-one. LeBron's not even beating Kobe in a game of one-on-one.
No.
That's why those NBA rankings that came out, I thought were very disrespectful.
Towards who?
Kobe Bryant. So they had the top 10 greatest of all time.
Kobe wasn't on the list?
Oh, he was. But he was number 7.
Who they had above him?
They had Michael at 1, LeBron at 2, Kareem at 3, Bill Russell at 4, Wilt at 5, Magic at 6.
And then Kobe 7.
Yeah, Bird at... Oh, no, yeah. Kobe at 8th, I believe. Because they had Magic at 6, Larry at 7, Kobe at 8, Shaq at 9, and Duncan at 10.
I thought Shaq would have been higher.
If I'm doing my list, here's my list. I'm going to put Tim Duncan.
Number 1?
10.
Okay.
10. I'll put Shaq at 9. You got to put Wilt at 8 for that 100-point game. At 7, I'm plugging in Larry. 6, I'm going Magic. 5, you have to put Bill Russell. You have to put Bill Russell. 4, I'm going Kareem. 3, I'm going LeBron.
2 Kobe.
2 Kobe. 1 Michael.
It's a pretty solid list. I mean, I think Shaq's in the top 5.
I wouldn't say Shaq's in the top 5.
Just his dominance and his presence. I mean, I'll tell you what, if I was somebody driving to the hole, I wouldn't want a 7'2" tank just waiting for me.
No, I wouldn't either. All right, let's get back to what I was saying, baseball-wise. Crap, we're talking basketball. I want to talk to you about – I've been waiting to ask you this question.
What's up?
So, 2017, the Astros cheating scandal. Here's my argument. The MLB screwed things up for the Astros to begin with. Because if I'm Major League Baseball, you can steal signs. Look, I played select baseball. I know you can steal signs from a coach. It's different when you have a camera pointing directly, and you're a catcher, pointing at a catcher's signals from center field. Whenever you introduce technology into it, that's different. That's a whole different level. My argument is you should have stripped them of that World Series because let's remember, Kershaw started getting all this heat saying he is not a clutch pitcher. He can't win in the postseason. Well, they made it very easy to say that whenever you had guys with beepers on their chest. So what I thought should have happened is Major League Baseball should have stripped them of that World Series. Was it Cora? Alex Cora? Mm-hmm. Cora definitely had to go if you're the Houston Astros. Good thing he's with the Red Sox. But, I mean, anyway. You should have taken away all those rings. Now, you would have had an asterisk because you can't just say the Dodgers are the champions. Yeah. Because who knows? I find baseball to be one of the most skilled sports because physically there should be no reason why anybody should be able to hit a major league fastball.
Zero.
I mean, baseball is one of those sports that I learned at a young age. You have to work. And ironically, it was my best sport. I was on my hideaway all the time, but I got clipped.
Yeah.
One time I had a friend that we slept over. He played on a different select team. We got in an argument, I think, over Madden the night before. And I'm standing inside the batter's box, and we're 12 years old, and he's throwing 75. Well, he takes off my fingernails trying to hit me. Well, you could just about imagine, and you lost a tooth.
Yeah.
You can just about imagine at 12 years old trying to stand in that batter's box again. Oh, no, I ain't swinging, son. You're going to walk my ass every time.
It's like that movie Rookie of the Year when he said, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. When he's just standing in the back corner of the box.
Henry Rosengard. Rolling God. And he's like, Rosenberger. Dude, that's one of the best. You know what the best scene in that movie is? The boat scene, dude.
Whenever they are not talking and then they just unify and come together.
And come back together. Yeah, they're on the boat. Yeah.
I like the part where whenever he re-breaks his arm and he's like, he can't throw it. And then he looks in the glove and his mom was a softball pitcher and she's just
floated.
And then just strikes out major league hitters like that. I mean, it's so unrealistic, but for the movie, it's
perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's close with The Sandlot, that movie.
Yeah.
And people don't give that movie enough credit.
Another movie that I get enough credit is The Rookie.
The Rookie with Dennis Quaid.
I love The Rookie.
I liked Field of Dreams at the end, dude, when it was like, because it reminded me of going play catch in the field with my dad. It's like, hey, whenever they got done playing the game, and he's just meeting his dad, a young dad for the first time, and he turns around, hey,
you want to
Dad,
go have a catch?
You want to play catch?
Dude, there's so many good, undervalued baseball movies.
There are.
Bad News Bears.
The Bad News Bears, yes.
The newer version.
The Bench Warmers.
The Bench Warmers. For the Love of the Game.
Oh, yeah, with
Kevin Costner.
Gina Davis. Wasn't that with that's Kevin Costner for the Love of the Game?
That's the one where he's pitching for the Tiger. He throws a perfect game against the Yankees, and they like go through his life. And
man, this has been a long time.
That's a very low key good movie.
A League of Their Own was pretty good too.
So a funny story. This past year, I actually played at one of the stadiums where A League of Their Own was filmed. It was in Evansville, Indiana. Dude, it was at least 100 years old.
That's awesome, bro. I love how they do the Field of Dreams game.
The only bad thing is the clubhouses was a fraction of this size of the living room. Oof. One toilet in there. And the manager said that you couldn't take a shit in there because, I mean, it's like from me to you, the toilet. And if somebody goes to take a shit, I mean, it's going to stink up the whole fucking locker room. So he said, $100 fine if somebody shits in the locker room. I was this close. I was like, is it $100 per shit or just total? Because, I mean, what if I got a shit real bad? I mean, I can't make it. But luckily, never had to come to that.
You have no shame, bro.
No. I mean, it's a locker room.
You're engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good now.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen some shit in the minor leagues, but if you got a shit, I got a shit.
Trust me, I've been in the football locker room.
No, it's no different.
No.
No different.
Except we had nice facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the showers felt like I was in an Alcatraz.
Oh, dude, I showered after every workout before I went to class.
You ever showered in your full uniform?
No.
I don't know, that might just be a baseball thing, but you go in a little slump and something ain't working, so you got to mix to shut up. This is the first time I ever did it. After the game, went straight to the shower, took off my cleats, got in the shower, full uniform, started taking a shower. Scrubbed everything.
All the bad juju.
All the bad juju gone. I even asked one of my teammates. He did the same thing. Say, hey, bro, give my back. They got some bad shit back there. No homo. But, yeah.
That was a bromance in the locker room.
Yeah.
Bro. Fuck that. All right, back to the fucking Astros.
Yeah.
So, here's my stance again. Strip them of that title. Now, because Rob Manfred didn't do that, that's his fault. Because now you're asking the players, you're telling the players, all right, we're not going to penalize them for cheating. Let's keep in mind that Altuve stole an MVP from Judge that season. So, you should have stripped them of that title, stripped Altuve the MVP, and should have had an asterisk. Now, the umps, I believe, knew what was coming because they gave sorry-ass apologies. Sorry-ass apologies. If I'm a major league pitcher and I played against the Astros in the playoffs, even the World Series, and they're coming up to bat after what just transpired, I am going fastball up and in every fucking pitch until you throw me out.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, there's a bunch of, call it an unwritten rule in baseball. Yeah, it's frowned upon of stealing signs and stuff, but I don't really know how much of it's true or what they've proven. I mean, I guarantee you every team.
Well, they admitted
signs.
it. They admitted to it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Then I can't help you there. The reason for the players didn't suffer anything is because they have a players union. And that's like a close-knit group where it's the players are protected. So I kind of see why nothing happened to the players. And I don't think anything should have happened to the players. I mean, you don't know if one of the coaches came up to him and was like, hey, we need to start doing this. And they just got blindsided into it, and they couldn't say no. But
Well, it's not like
the year the not Deflategate.
Deflategate or Spygate.
Spygate. Did the Patriots win the Super Bowl that year?
I believe they lost.
Okay. But I mean,
They did it to the Jets. I mean,
Yeah,
like
or
the fucking
the damn
Jets are going
Jets.
to do anything anyway.
but did anything happen to the players? Like, did anybody get suspended or they pay fines or?
I believe there were fines dished out. I'm going to have
Yeah.
to look into that. I mean, my whole argument is that, yeah, I understand doing whatever you can do to win. But there's a difference now whenever, no telling how long they did this for. You had people questioning the legacy of Clayton Kershaw. You had people get fired from the Dodgers organization. You had people get fired from the Red Sox and the Yankees organizations. you're now toying.
But I will say this. They might have only, I think they only had the camera at home, right?
At home, because look, remember this. Remember whenever the Astros played the Yankees at, is it still Minute Maid Field?
Mm-hmm.
At Minute Maid. It was a 2-1 game. 2-1 game. Shoot, what was it? Yeah.
Is that when Altuve hit the walk-off homer?
Yeah, I believe so. So it was 2-1, 2-1. Then they go back to Yankee Stadium. And the Yankees blow them out. Back to back. Go back to Houston. 2-1. Go back to Yankee Stadium. Blown out. Last game. Minute Maid.
But the year the Astros won the World Series, they won Game 7 in L.A.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
But would they have had that lead? Remember whenever
I think the National League, because it goes 2-3-2 for the best of 7, for best of 5.
You remember whenever Altuve hit that walk-off and he's coming down the third base line?
And he's like...
He's saying, I have the piece on me. I have the piece on me.
But that was in 18. The whole scandal stuff came out after they won 17.
Yeah.
Because in 19, whenever they lost the World Series to the Nationals, the home team didn't win a World Series game at the home stadium.
Shout out to Andrew Stevenson.
Yes, sir. Go Cougars.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, as you can tell, STM podna right here. It's all right. I got love for STM.
But, yeah, they didn't win. Houston didn't win in Houston. Washington didn't win in Washington.
But I'm saying the moral of it is that Rob Manfred did not handle that situation correctly. So
I want to say,
as a baseball player, if you're catching, you're a catcher. Say you're playing the Astros.
and we know this is going on.
And yeah, and your pitcher gives you that look that you know he's going at him.
We're going to hit somebody.
At that point, you're just like, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
And your coach ain't going to be pissed at you either.
No.
Now, here's another baseball question for you. I just want to reiterate again, fuck the Astros. I'm so glad the Braves won. I'm a Cubs fan. Look, I was so damn happy, dude. 2016, I was living at the KA house. They had me on camera. I'm
When they won the
sitting
World
there
Series.
waiting. I'm waiting, bro. Look, all I need is the Bears to win a Super Bowl,
Sure,
and
good
I
luck.
will never make fun of LSU again.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I do think Justin Fields is the guy, though.
He's the truth. The Bears need an offensive line.
And
He's
they need
scrambling
weapons.
for life out there.
Allen Robinson ain't. I got him in fantasy. He ain't doing shit.
I mean, Fields just, he doesn't have. Yeah, Peters, your left tackle, go out multiple games. You can't protect your blind side. Justin Fields he can't scramble for life every play. Let's remember the arm this kid has.
Dude, and that defense they had in 17, man.
Their defense is on the field too damn much, dude.
Yeah.
You can have the best defense in the NFL, which the Bears arguably do have.
The Rams.
Yeah, now they're adding Odell. Which, whew.
That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they already got so many weapons. He's going to be the third best receiver on that team.
He probably took a pay cut.
I mean, I still don't think they're the best team in NFC. I think the Cardinals are better.
You still think the Cardinals are better?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Von Miller, Odell.
I forgot about
You
Von
have a
Miller.
guy
I forgot about Von Miller.
on defense at every position who's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, that's Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they got Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp's a beast. And, Stafford, I'm kind of happy for Stafford to be put in that situation because he had to deal with a lot.
Do you think Goff
In
would be
Detroit.
having the same success
Hell no.
this year?
No.
No.
Because
I
I don't
like
think
Stafford.
Goff's that guy.
He did lead him to a Super Bowl.
He did.
Granted, they should have never fucking made it.
Mm-hmm.
Saints were robbed.
The Saints were robbed.
But
I don't think Goff's that guy. I still think in order to get there, you have to go through the greatest of all time.
Tom Brady?
Possibly in team sports. And that's a lot coming from a guy whose dad is from Chicago. I got Michael Jordan cards all over. I got Michael Jordan everything in my room.
Bo Jackson, too?
I wouldn't put Bo up with Tom and Mike.
No, but he's still a...
But if I'm saying this right now, and this is controversial, if Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl in his career, he is the greatest team sports player that ever lived.
You know what's funny? I saw a little segment. I think it was somebody's podcast on Instagram, and they were talking about who's the GOAT in football. I forgot who it was, but they were saying that Tom Brady's not the GOAT. He is the most decorated player in football history. They were saying the GOAT should either be like physically just a specimen from God, like a Bo Jackson type if he stayed healthy. I think he said Deion Sanders was the GOAT. Like
athletically,
I get the argument behind it, but it's kind of hard, as painfully to admit this. Tom Brady is the GOAT. I think Drew Brees is the GOAT.
oh no!
I
Sure,
mean,
there's not a
Drew
little
Brees-
bias there.
I'm a diehard Saints fan.
I know. You sure there's not a little bias there?
No. I mean, Drew Brees should have multiple MVPs, multiple Super Bowls. He just ain't. If he had the defense now that he had for his whole career in New Orleans, he'd have at least 4 Super Bowls. I think so.
We can go off the shoulda, coulda, woulda, but
Yeah, 100%. But
I mean, just the fact that Brady went to a new team, and football's a team chemistry. You have to have the chemistry there.
they got 3 number 1 wide receivers.
Yeah, but you have to have chemistry.
Who's not gonna have chemistry with Tom Brady?
Well, it depends, because you have to look at the way a wide receiver is running his route. Like, you have to know his body language if he's going to break in, and that's whenever you release the ball. You have to know if this guy's on a full dead sprint, and he knows the coverage coming at him, and knows how the cornerback plays. You have to be able to have that chemistry with your receiver saying, all right, in this kind of coverage, Mike Evans is going to break in.
And if Mike
Chris
Evans
Godwin's
doesn't,
gonna
he got
break
Chris
in.
Godwin.
And Godwin's going to do this. That's what makes Brady so great. He does his own training regimen.
If he's truly the GOAT, let him go to the Giants and win a Super Bowl.
Nobody wants to go to the
Or the Jets.
Oh, God. Could you imagine that?
I will say this. I don't think I would have wanted Tom Brady in New Orleans.
Really?
I'd rather Aaron Rodgers than Tom Brady, but
You know, I called Aaron Rodgers the Antichrist for such a long time. Being that he's on the same stance with me about the Rougarou juice.
I got it.
This is what I call. You got it?
I had to
They made you?
go play.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because where do you play out of?
I was in St. Louis this past year.
Was it organization matter?
No, so I was I signed with the independent league. So basically the way they were like, you either get it and make it, or if you don't get it, you might not get picked up. So I'm like, well, guess I'm getting it.
Damn.
Which I would have probably ended up getting it, but the fact that they were like, "Oh, you gotta do this," but it is what it is.
And I can't say much about it because my last video I did on it got taken off.
Yeah,
What I can say about Aaron Rodgers is,
I don't even know the whole story with Aaron.
So Aaron Rodgers, they asked him if he got vaccinated, and he said that he's immunized.
Was that like from everything?
He's just immunized, so he's slick. And he caught
COVID.
the faux fillet. So they started calling him a liar and all this and that. They said, the difference here is Kyrie's open about it. Well, shit. That's his own personal business, as it should be. Personally, I listen to my personal doctors. I listen to everything they send me. You can't tell me. You know what? I'm not even going to dive into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I gained a lot of respect for Aaron Rodgers because he stood his ground. Even though he plays in communist Russia, in Green Bay, for communist. That's a true form of socialism. They don't have an owner for that team. Everybody owns the means of production. That's socialism. So the Packers, not only are they communist, they're socialist. Bastards.
Damn.
Done playing around with those motherfuckers. Look, if I said anything good about that team in Green Bay, my dad would come out of that urn and give me a swift kick to the ass.
The Bears.
Da Bears. Da Bears. One of the greatest commercials ever was that Geico commercial. It was like, they had the two Chicago fans with their accents. It was like, Da Bears.
Da Bears.
Da savings. Da Etka.
That might have been the best defense ever in football.
The 1985 Bears. But I don't want to say too much about them because then I'm going to sound like the 2019 LSU fans.
What's wrong with that?
Because 2019...
That was the greatest college football team ever.
No.
What do you mean?
No. It's not the greatest college football team.
What's the greatest college football team?
I consider a team back-to-back seasons. What you doing back-to-back seasons?
Single season.
Single season team? I don't know, man. 04 USC rivals that.
I think the 01 Miami Hurricanes are better than the 04 USC.
Well, I don't know. Look at the dominance level here. We got to look at dominance. I mean, all right, so what do we want to go off dominance? Playing the best team, other best team in the country? 04 USC beat Heisman-winning Jason White in Oklahoma 55-19. Only game they struggled in was Notre Dame over there against the top 10 team. How many of those teams that LSU played in 2019, how many of those top 10 teams finished in the top 25?
I mean, I wouldn't say LSU really struggled with anybody in 2019.
They did Alabama.
At Alabama. They won by a touchdown, but...
They won by 3.
You sure?
44-41.
I might have been thinking of a different game, but Alabama was number 1 at the time.
Here's my whole thing with that. Is I tried going for LSU because I love Coach O. He was at USC. LSU fans just make it so hard. Because my dad always taught me, whenever you're winning, stay quiet. Because the moment you lose, you're about to get it. Always stayed quiet. I get invited to Sugar Mill Pond with all Miss Roxy and Miss Joelle and Mr. Paul, all of them. Love them. They invite me to go watch the LSU game with them every year, LSU Bama. Great people to watch the game with. I will always go over there. And I'm the only Alabama fan there. But LSU fans in general, I started getting texts and all this and that. I'm like, whoa. I thought we had a deal here. So,
yeah.
We've been good about it. I understand you want to talk your shit. But, beating a team once in every 10 years, you don't have much to talk about. 4 national championships in 50 years.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like Alabama.
But, USC has 11 national championships. LSU has 4. Alabama has 16. LSU has 4. Don't talk to me about winning.
Yeah. I mean, I like Nick Saban. I mean,
What happens after Saban's gone?
yeah, I don't know.
No telling.
I mean, I like watching college football, but I'm not a huge college football fan. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a diehard LSU, diehard Alabama. I mean, I'm a diehard Saints fan, but
So let me ask you this. Your first draft night, you're 18 years old,
17.
17 years old. You're sitting there watching. Your phone rings. What goes through your body?
So actually, my phone didn't ring. We were watching a draft, and I got a call at like pick 34. They're like, "Hey, we're thinking about taking you here." Something happened where they didn't. So by this time, the draft, it's like a minute per pick. Well, next thing you know, pick 40's on, and I hadn't heard anything. Willie Wilson, the guy who announced the pick, comes on, and he's like, with the 40th selection, we select Chase Vallot from St. Thomas More. I'm like, what? And then as soon as that happened, like, I had 200 text messages. My phone just blows up. It was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had. In my athletic career, it was just second to none. I mean, it was just...
Best feeling you ever had was Taylor saying yes, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I knew she wasn't going to say no. I mean, come on. We've been together for 6 years at that point. I mean, I was more nervous about getting drafted than proposing.
Yeah, well, I would be too. Hell.
It's like, yeah, let me get on one knee. I mean, we're basically married.
Yeah.
But it's... No, that was another cool experience. And
How'd you propose to her?
so I did it on Christmas Eve of 2019. We had been talking about it for a while. Her only rule was I had to have my tooth in.
All right, tell us that story. Tell us that story.
So, 2016, we're playing in Kentucky, and it's my first game back from an injury. Missed 2 weeks, and it was kind of raining and overcast, and couldn't really see the ball well. Nobody really could. All of a sudden, pitch is coming, I load, and I just freeze. Like, I didn't know what to do, like a deer in the headlights. And it hits me, I fall down, and get up, and that's all I remember. You need to play the video.
We might have to do that.
He is going. Got a good jump. That pitch hit Chase Vallot, and down he goes at the plate and kind of staggers away from home.
I don't remember about 10 seconds after it happened and walking back to the clubhouse. I have some pouches in, and I stop and spit. Take a couple more steps. I thought I spit my teeth out. So I was like, hold on. So I bent down real quick to take a look. I was like, oh, it's just the pouches. We're good. Stand back up a little too quick. Started getting woozy. So one of the other coaches comes, runs, and walking me to the locker room. And I get in the locker room, and the trainer's looking at my mouth, and he's like, open. So I was like, he looks at the guy to his right. He's like, oh, shit. I said, oh, shit. What's going on? He said, Chase, your mouth looks like ground meat. I'm like, oh. So went to one hospital. They didn't have a dentist on hand, so we waited there. Then I had to go to another hospital. They had a dentist on call, so she came. This is the most pain I've ever been in my life. So I'm laying on my back. My teeth are bent at a 45-degree angle. So she has to pull them back in place. So they start messing with my mouth. I'm like, I need some. So they gave me some morphine. So I'm laying like this. I got a nurse right here. One of our coaches holding my feet. A nurse holding my head still. And the dentist just whack. Tears rolling down my eyes. Dude, fuck that. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
No anesthesia.
Nope. I was awake for everything.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Then they put the teeth back in place, and the doctor came back to stitch. I had 30 stitches. Well, the morphine started wearing, or the numbing agent, whatever you call it, the Novocaine that you get when you go to the dentist, started wearing off. So I could feel every time the dentist would fucking pull. I was like, bro, you got to stop. I need some more. So finished up, and I looked like I had my lips done for about 2 weeks.
How fast was that ball coming?
93.
Oh.
Yeah. Dude, believe it or not, I actually don't remember, like, it all happened so fast. Like, I don't remember the initial impact of it.
Did the guy have something against you, bro?
No. I mean, I played against him growing up and stuff, and it was raining and shit, so the ball was wet, and so it just
slipped.
It just went up and in.
Should have happened to the Astros player.
I mean,
look, I don't feel wrong about thinking that.
No, but I mean, I get like you're kind of playing with people's careers, and
I know, and look, as somebody,
well, on both aspects,
well, yeah, and you know, as somebody whose career,
like, damn, you get
my football career ended on an injury, off a dirty play, an Achilles tendon, you know, yeah, dude, like
I've seen videos of those,
dude. It's like taking a knife. A shredded edge knife, not a straight blade. A shredded edge knife, and slowly, just like chopping down. Then that's what it feels like.
I've heard it in video. It looks like a rubber band popping, but it sounds like a shotgun on off. I don't know how I did it. Pretty close to that.
It is. Hey, and I've nearly cut my finger off. I mean, but. It was the worst because you see on the film me getting up and I took one step and collapsed.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant
fucking shot free throws through that shit.
Walks off the court, walks back on the court, knocks down 2 free throws, then walks back off the court.
That's a fucking savage move right there. That's like Michael Jordan shooting a free throw with his eyes closed. Granted, it's not the same scale, but just that savageness, like, dude, that's a G.
The pain. Watching that. That's why Kobe is my favorite athlete of all time. Besides Chase Vallot.
Appreciate that. You're my favorite athlete.
That's right. I better be. Intramural all-star right here, baby.
Hey, just remember, I want to be in your cabinet when you run for president.
We're going to stick to Congress first.
Big picture.
Big picture.
Big picture.
Man, can you imagine people are going to use this podcast against me? They'll be like, Scott Davis does not agree with 72 genders. Scott Davis is anti-LGBTQ.
Scott Davis has got a medium average beard. I'm just saying what they were going to say. I like your beard.
I'm about to shove my foot so far up your ass. You ain't going to be able to shit in that locker room.
You still get your hair cut once a week?
Yeah, go tomorrow at 11.
Damn. Is that just more for the beard lineup, or do they actually cut some hair?
Oh, yeah. Got to fade everything. You know, somebody told me I'm the only white boy they've ever seen with a taper.
Like in the back?
Taper. Like it's all fresh.
Oh, like right here?
Crisp, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't like that look on myself.
See, I have a big-ass head, so it works for me.
I like like the crisp, like jawline with the straight razor. I think that looks
We
good.
see him actually. It's been looking a little. We haven't been doing the line because I'm growing the beard out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going back to my Dan Blazarian days.
Damn.
But I'm keeping it shaped. But I'm growing it up.
Huh.
It's getting cold, bro.
You got some beard tips for your novice beard guys?
Yeah. So comb it. You can actually train the way it grows whenever you comb it.
So when you comb it, do you comb it down, up, or
Depends on how you want it to grow. Do you want it to be shaped, or do you want it to be like your mustache? Are you gonna keep your mustache trimmed?
I'm trying to get it to connect.
Oh, you see, I'm doing this with mine now.
You going up?
I'm going handlebar.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I do is I brush mine out every day for it to get that curl. Now, beard-wise, in order for it to get the shape that it does,
You go down.
I comb down, then I comb out underneath.
Gotcha.
And always, dude, I have beard conditioner, beard shampoo.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's basically like training your hair the way you comb your hair, too.
Interesting.
But if you can grow a beard, fucking grow it.
Yeah.
It's a game changer, son.
I love Taylor wants me to get to cut it all the time. She's like, when you gonna shave? When you gonna shave? I'm like, I like it. It's
You know what you could do with yours? I mean, let me see. So what you could do with yours, dude, you could actually kind of go with a fade right here and fade it up. And then yours would look slick. It'd be kind of like an Odell look in terms until it starts actually connecting and growing. But you could do that with yours because yours, you have that thickness right
it's
here.
thick right here, bro.
Yeah, thick right there. But you could actually trim it up right there to those edges and have it faded into your hair. That's what I did at one point.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd go see my boy Adam Wellborn.
Okay.
I think you could pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I'd have to see what Odell looks like with it, and then I don't know, maybe.
Because you got the thickness right there, man. And I mean, you can do a lot with that little look.
So you kind of like saying keep the thickness and then kind of fade it.
What we call it is eliminating the scragglies. The scragglies. So get it shaped up because you can shape yours.
Yeah.
But what I do is I take a comb, a regular comb at first, and I comb it all down after I condition it. Then I go back with the kind of like a barbecue scrubber brush and comb it like that.
Do you know what I actually recently got is a beard straightener, like the heater brush.
Yeah.
Money.
All right.
Money. $37 on Amazon.
No kidding.
Yeah. Comes with a little traveling case and a little brush like to help you do it. But
See, I never straightened my beard because my hair is so thick, bro.
But see, my head hair is thick, but this is, if I don't keep it trimmed and tamed, shit'll get out to here. So it's kind of just to knock it down.
Mine is tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a jungle going into that son of a bitch.
Need a damn machete to get through that shit.
Oh, yeah, you might need to. But Adam goes with the old school razor. Old school blade, the single blade.
No shit.
Yeah. He goes, all right, time to go do. Bust a chill. Puts the head thing back.
Damn.
Yep. Every Friday, dude. Every Friday. We call it Crispy Friday.
Crispy Friday.
Crispy Friday. Yeah, we do the fast moving camera to show the evolution. I'll show it to you after we get done with this, what we did with it. But yeah, it's fucking sick.
So why Friday? Why not do it on Mondays?
Well, you go every Friday. It creates consistency.
I know, but what about Monday? I mean, don't you want to look good for the week?
Well, if I go on Friday, my hair grows so fast, I'm not really going out anywhere until Friday night.
That makes sense.
So if I went Monday, I'd be going out, and the potential first Mrs. X Scott Davis would see me without a fresh cut. Fresh cut.
If she's the future Mrs. Scott Davis, I don't think she's going to judge you off a haircut.
I think I'm made to be single, bro.
I mean, Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I just love my life so much.
You?
And I have all the time in the world to do this. I mean, but I don't cut around the corners, If I meet a girl on Tinder or Bumble or, say, go out, meet a girl.
The Bulldog.
Corner bar, anywhere as I go, and I meet a woman, and we hit it off, and we hang out. Like, get asked, what are you looking for? I'm honest about it. That's it. Well, right now I'm just dating, having a good time. If somebody catches my attention, that I think my time, because the most important thing I can give somebody is my time.
Right.
If I feel that person's worth my time, then yeah, maybe we'll move on to the next step. But for right now, I'm focused on doing what I'm doing. And there ain't nothing wrong with focusing on yourself.
Mm-mm. Do you know who would love to come on the show? Is Taylor.
Dude, I was thinking about that. I'm like, you had to get Taylor to come on next time.
Dude, she would love this shit.
Yeah, dude, this is what we're about.
She's being a volleyball star right now, so.
Oh, yeah, you got to get back to her game soon.
A little bit. She just texted me. Let's see if they won. How's the podcast? Going great. How's the game? Yeah, dude. You got to come play volleyball.
I'm in, dude.
Dude, it's a
I'm
little
telling
bit
you,
more
bro.
strategic.
I don't even need a trampoline. I'll spike the fuck out of some motherfuckers.
It's hard to jump in sand.
We play it all the time. We played spike ball. Do you understand?
That shit's so fun.
Dude, playing spike ball with a UL pitcher. Shout out to my boy Hayden Dirk. Playing spike ball with that son of a gun. That's something.
Do you know what's another fun game? Can Jam.
Cam Jam.
Can Jam.
What's that?
It's basically like you take a bucket-sized bin, and it's got a little slit in the middle of it, and you throw frisbees at it. So, and the top's open. So, if you hit the bin, it's a 1 point. You have a partner. So, if you and the partner's standing over there. So, if you throw it and he knocks it and he hit it, that's 2 points. I might be getting the rules mixed up, but if you throw it and he swats and hits it, that's 3. And if you sink it in the slit, game over. It's kind of fun.
Well, we got to play that soon, bro. Well, hey, folks, this has been one-on-one time with one of my good friends, my brother, Chase Vallot, the future of the MLB.
Scott Davis for president. Boo Ray, can't wait to come back.
Yeah, soon, man. Soon.
I need some breakfast, bro.
Soon. We'll be back.
Tell Tony to. Do you know what he should have did? Like a little food truck.
Yeah. He's been busy.
Yeah.
With a lot of stuff. Like, we're about to start moving stuff in soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, about 8 o'clock, get some, what that coffee is?
The community coffee Evangeline.
No, the spike coffee.
The spike coffee. My little recipe, yeah.
And the cucumber mule.
Yeah.
And the chicken Benedict.
Chicken Benedict. I'm ready for that crab cake again, boy.
You need to bring that pork chop back.
I know, bro. The pork chop almanaster. Whew. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about what we're planning on doing.
Whew.
Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in to Unwoken. I'm Scott Davis. That is the one and only Chase Vallot. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans. We love you. God bless. Take care, and I'll see you next week.
Stay woke.
Unwoken.
Stay unwoken.